In what can only be described as one of the weirdest feuds of the entire summer, Noah Lyles is probably smiling ear to ear right now because Team USA took its first loss in the FIBA World Championship to Lithuania. Both of these teams were undefeated coming in. It did not look like that early on because it was ugly early on. And we learned nothing new about Team USA that we didn't already know going into this game. But before we get into that, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for helping me grow. If I'm not growing, I'm staying stagnant. And y'all know with this YouTube thing, sleep is the cousin of death. Run those numbers up and I'm going to break this down.
He's heating up.
Team USA lost to Lithuania 104-110 over the weekend, and it wasn't that close. All right, they were down 31-12 in the first quarter. They were down 17 in the first half to a good team that's always going to end poorly. That is not going to end in your favor. And considering the fact that Lithuania shot 50% from over 50% from the field, over 50% from the three-point line, and you couldn't get stops, that's a recipe for disaster. Now, Anthony Edwards had 35 points. He went 14 of 26 from the field, 5 of 13 from 3, 21 in the second half. It is very clear that Team USA does not know who that next person is. If you look at all the successful Team USA going back to 92, Jordan, Magic, Chuck. You look at 2008, Kobe, Bron, Wade. You look at 2012, Kobe, LeBron, KD. Each team knew the pecking order. They have a clear number one in Anthony Edwards, and the rest is basically just fill in the blank. You look at Therese Halliburton. You look at Austin Reeves, Bridges, Cam Johnson. You look at Jalen Brunson, Jackson, Paolo Banchero. You know, all these guys are basically just filling in the blank right now. Nobody is clearly saying, if Anthony Edwards does not have it going, this is the guy we're going to play through. It's basically right now what's happening is Anthony Edwards is the only one that understands his role on this team, and he's operating in that role till its full extent. The only problem is, who's that second guy? Who's going to fill in the gaps for Team USA? I don't really see too many guys doing any dirty work. I mean, everything is great when, you know, you're winning 110-62 and high fives and guys are getting off, you know, everything is good then. But when the game is tight, or when you're down big and you got to make that climb back into the game, who's the next guy? Because if they can't get stops, they have got to be dominant offensively. Now, Brandon Ingram actually made some comments last week that really highlight exactly what I'm trying to say. He said, "This is totally different than what I'm used to. The team is winning right now, so I can't be selfish thinking about myself, but it is a little frustrating right now for me. I'm just trying to figure out ways I can be effective. Allow me to play the fool for just a minute. You're telling me that a guy that averaged 24.7 points a game, he averaged 5.5 rebounds, 5.8 assists, he was under 50-40-90, just below 50-40-90 for the entirety of last season. He's a former Most Improved Player of the Year award winner, and he's a one-time All-Star. That guy is having trouble finding out ways to be effective. He's around 25, 26. He's one of the best players in the league at that age. If I'm a scout and I'm looking for the next great superstar, Brandon Ingram is the second coming of Kevin Durant. He's that good. I can go 5 out, put the ball in his hands, and he's going to have the advantage most nights, 9 times out of 10, over the guy that's guarding him. He can score from anywhere. He's about 6'8". 200 pounds. He can rise up and shoot. He can facilitate out of any situation. He can hit tough shots, and he can hit clutch shots. Now, I think this is a role issue. Let's look at Dwayne Wade, 2008, a finals MVP, one of the best players in the league, coming off the bench behind Jason Kidd and Kobe Bryant. Now, they could have easily said, D Wade, Kobe, you guys are going to share the backcourt to start every single game. No, that wasn't the role that was assigned to D Wade. He said, you're going to come off the bench. You're going to lead that second unit. You're going to cause chaos. You're going to be a defensive stopper. You're going to be yourself, but just in a different role. That's how they were able to be successful. Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest scorers in history, one of the most dominant two guards that we have ever seen, told Coach K, every single game, I want to guard the best perimeter player on the other team. I'm here to be a defensive stopper. I'm getting my points. I'll get my open shots whenever, whenever I get the ball, I'm going to get my open shots. My focus is to be a defensive stopper for this team. And that's what he did. All right, everybody's role for every single team that they're on is going to be different. The problem with guys that play so much isolation ball, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, James Harden, they struggle when they don't have the ball in their hands and they don't know how to be effective in other ways. Crash the glass, set screens, make backdoor cuts, things of that nature. Brandon Ingram is dealing with that right now. Luka Doncic when Kyrie has the ball, what do you do? James Harden when Embiid has the ball, what do you do? Trae Young when DeJounte Murray has the ball, what do you do? Those are questions that you have to answer for yourself, okay? But the easy universal answer is defense. Lock in, get in the stance, and get stops. They took Brandon Ingram out of the starting lineup. They put Josh Hart in. Why? 3-and-D player. He doesn't need the ball to be successful offensively. He's going to hustle and get you more possessions, and he's going to lock in every possession defensively and get in the stance and focus on stopping the guy that's across from him. That is how other guys, especially in Team USA basketball, have got to look at it. If I can't get an open shot, if I'm not going to get, the shots that I'm used to, if I'm not going to get the usage rate that I'm used to, if they're not calling my number, I have to find the easiest way possible to impact winning on this team. And because Team USA struggles with getting stops, that is a easy role for Brandon Ingram to fill. He's not going to be a great defender overnight. He's not going to transform his mindset over the night. First of all, it shows maturity that he even made those comments because he's self-aware, but you still got to understand, just because you're not scoring the basketball does not mean you're useless as a basketball player on this team. But let me know in the comments, is it all down here for Team USA, or do they still have a chance to capture the gold? Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. That's one more for the good guys.